National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
And tonight, the state capitol will be lit in purple lights to honor victims and raise awareness. Advocates of Marsy's law and stronger rights for people affected by crimes joined the governor at the state capitol. This effort hopes to help victims receive as many rights in the judicial system as people who are charged with the crimes.
Whereas Idahoans are victims of more than 17,000 crimes each year, affecting individuals and communities. Whereas providing victims with knowledge of their rights and available services further strengthens their ability to recover from crime and trauma.
Many of the people who attended today's event did so to support Marsy's law, which failed to pass in the House for the second straight year. In fact, Marsy's law did not get that 2/3 vote needed during the legislature, but advocates of the law pointed to their effort taking a big step forward. 6 on your side, Steve Dent shares the story of a woman affected by a gruesome crime and how she plans to continue the fight.
He got shot once in the head and once in the heart in a Walgreens parking lot.
Ashley Corrigan's husband was murdered back in 2011.
I don't want anybody to ever have to go through what I went through because it's scary and it's lonely and it's humiliating.
So Corrigan showed up to support Marsy's law alongside other victims.
It changes your life.
And law enforcement.
It could be your sister, it could be your brother, it could be your mom or your dad.
And lawmakers.
Victims need protection in our system.
But for the second straight year, Marsy's law failed to get 2/3 of the votes needed for the constitutional amendment.
We must stop turning our heads. The reality is that victims represent every single demographic in our society.
However, this time around, the legislature came a lot closer to passing Marsy's law. It failed by just 5 votes.
Sometimes you go step by step, but we're making progress in the House each year, and hopefully next year we'll have the ability to get everybody supportive of it, or at least enough to get it on the ballot. Ultimately, the people get to decide this issue.
But for the victims who have gone through the process of seeing the accused and all their constitutional rights,
When you sit in that courtroom, you are silent.
they want to fight to make sure victims of future crimes have more rights than they did.
You don't know what's going to happen in the future to yourself and to your family, and we want to keep our city one that is full of light, and supporting and loving these people going through a hard time is one way to do that.
We can do that starting today. We all have to do it. We win, they lose.
Steve Dent, 6 on your side.
Lawmakers who voted against Marsy's law cited that it's not specific enough. They were worried that the law could infringe on the rights of the victims of serious crimes by giving victims of minor crimes the same rights.
A major new project is